Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dinnie and Virginnie, the podcast. Yes, it's Dinnie and Virginnie, the podcast in which I sit in my messy desk and I talk to you guys, but we're working on making it less messy, but right now it's still currently messy. So on today's episode, we are talking about Newport News Towncenter. Yes, Newport News Towncenter, and guess where? Newport News, Virginia. So basically, today I went to Newport News to see someone and try to embarrass them with a bunny suit, but they ended up liking it, which I enjoyed. However, I did try to walk around town center with a bunny suit on, and I made it about halfway through. My battery was starting to die, and the wind was starting to make me look deflated. So I gave up. And do I feel like I scared away more people than I made people smile and make their day? Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of feel like they didn't want me there, but it's okay. It's okay. We can always try again, and if not, we can always try again next year. So basically, Newport News Town Center. Yes, Newport News Town Center, aka Oyster Point Town Center. I probably spelled Town Center incorrectly. I don't know if it's one word, two words. I don't know if there's an E between the N and the C. I don't know. It's probably spelled incorrectly, but that's how I wrote it, so that's how it's going to stay for now. Oyster Point Town Center, Newport News. So basically, this is another thing that I want for Chesapeake is a town center area where it's like there's a bunch of outdoor walking space, but like a central gathering area for potential events to happen there as well. That's open fairly late. That's what I want for Chesapeake. That is the dream. So a lot of Dinnie and Virginie, the podcast, is just me fantasizing about what Chesapeake can be because we live in the peak of excellence. And so we should have the peak of everything available. But today's episode is talking about Newport News Town Center because that is where I went today very briefly. So this is going to be a short episode because I didn't have an event, literally just went there. So if you've never been to Newport News Town Center, don't worry about parking, okay? I'm typically worried about parking because I am paranoid. I am a suburban softie. What does that mean? That means I live in Chesapeake where I don't worry about parking. There's parking everywhere. All we have is land and parking. And I love it. I love every minute of it. I never have to look up the parking situation before I go somewhere. But in other places, it's not like that. But if you want to go to Newport News Town Center, Oyster Point Town Center, don't worry. There's plenty of parking. There's a free. Oh, that's also the thing. It's free parking, okay? Not paid parking. There are certain areas where you can only park for 15 minutes. Certain areas where you can only park for 2 hours. But the garage is free, okay? You can park there for as long as you want, and it is totally free. And there's certain street parking that is just totally, depending on what time you go, it is free. You don't have to worry about parking. There's plenty of parking there, trust me. At least I personally have never had a problem with parking because, like I said, they have a whole garage that's free. And I've never been there when it's full, but I haven't been there for too many events. So we'll see in the future. But for me, the highlights at Newport News Oyster Point Town Center are there's a Cinemark movie theater. I believe they have some of the reclining chairs, but it's been a long time since I've been there. But yeah, there's a Cinemark movie theater there. There are a bunch of random restaurants and shops throughout the entire plaza, just a bunch of different ones. I can't name any of them right now because I went around the fountain because for me, that's the main draw is the fountain area. So around the fountain, there are hotels. There's a Ferguson building. I think a couple of restaurants there around the fountain. There's a pagoda, which I think is really dope. I imagine a lot of people have gotten married there. Very scenic. It's a very scenic, very serene location. Also really good for exercise. I think it's a good walking / running circuit. Not biking, but I feel like it's a good running / walking circuit if you happen to be in that area because it's just a big old circle around the fountain. So you can just keep running around the fountain. You can either walk on the lower level that is immediately right up next to the fountain, or you can make a round around the upper level, which is a little wider around the lower level of the fountain. So you can get right up into the fountain, into the water and run at the bottom. Or if you don't want to go down there, you can stay at the top and just survey the area and look down at the peasants walking in the bottom. JK, it's really nice to walk by the fountain, in my opinion. Now, one of the main highlights about Oyster Point's Town Center is that they have one of the love signs, Virginia. For those of you who don't know, Virginia is for lovers is the theme, right? So we have a bunch of love signs throughout the state. And Newport News' love sign is right in front of that fountain. And it's typically one of my favorite love signs because they're one of the only ones who changes up their love sign regularly. It's not just a permanent art fixture. They made it so that they can customize it depending on the season, depending on the holidays, depending on whatever in the world they felt like doing with it. They could, it's very adaptable. And that's why it's been one of my favorite love signs in all of Hampton Roads, is because they change it up. And so you never really know what it's gonna look like when you get there. But typically it's very festive. However, today for some reason, I thought it would be very festive for Easter, because Easter is coming up in just a couple of days. Like, we just have literally just a couple of days, Easter is coming up. And it's back to its like the normal LOVENN sign with the normal colors, just like very plain, pristine, and straightforward. Love Newport News, which is cool. I love you. All love, no hate, right? But you already set the bar. You set the bar. You set the standard for the love sign. Okay? You're the one who got my expectations up. So now you got to maintain it, Newport News. I'm sorry. This is me calling you out because you set the bar high. Like, I've seen what you can do. Y'all do some amazing stuff with that love sign, and I love it. You have the most like picturesque love sign in the 757, in my opinion. It wasn't quite up to par today, but there could be other reasons. It is currently spring slash very windy season right now, so that maybe they don't decorate it during this season every year, and I just didn't know because I haven't been exploring as much as I said I should be doing. So maybe that's the reason. But as of right now, the sign is just like, it says love NN, but typically they go all out with the decorations, and I love it. I love seeing it every time because it's really, really good for pictures, really nice for pictures. And I just love taking family pictures over there. But right now it's plain. So I'm hoping for either the spring, just general spring flowers. We're going to see some adornments up there. And if not, because of weather conditions during the spring, they don't do anything. I'm hoping that come summer, they really knock it out of the park and give us a grand display, because, like I said, it's one of my favorite love signs. Love Newport News. It's wonderful because they change it. They adapt it to the season or the holiday that is fast approaching. So I'm looking forward to see what Newport News does, because I called them out a little bit on Instagram, and I felt a little bit bad, but also it's just because I know they have game. Like, they got game. Like I said, they set the standard for love signs in the 757 as far as I'm concerned, because ain't nobody else customizing their sign like all the time. Like, really high bar, Newport News. Good job. But the problem is, when you set the bar, I expect you to make the bar, you know? So now you got to maintain it. You set the bar up here. Everyone else is over here, they're just stable. They're just boop, boop. They're just like boop. And you're like, ba-boom. So now you have to maintain that high standard of quality that we've all come to know and love and expect from you guys. So it's on you. You put it upon yourself to like beat them. All I'm saying is, you got to put some pressure on these other 7 cities. You don't want no other city in the 7 cities to come step on your game, your love sign game. You're number one when it comes to the love sign. So don't let them come up on you. Don't give them that opportunity to take that crown away from you, Newport News. I believe in you. Even me, as a Chesapeakean, as someone who lives in the peak of excellence, I don't think we have a love sign right now. I think it fell apart, and I don't know if they're putting it back or not, which is a shame on us. But I have not verified, so don't quote me on that. Last time I checked, our love sign fell apart, and I liked it because it was made out of wood, but wood falls apart. So, that's the peak of excellence status right now. Or no, not as of right now, as of a few months ago. So maybe they have the sign back. Hopefully, please tell me they have the sign back. But yeah, Newport News, your love sign, get it back, please. Adorn it with all the beautiful, beautiful flowers, or whatever holiday you choose to emphasize. Please, please, please adorn it with all the beautiful decorations that you guys have, because you guys always do such a nice job, and I love it. So yeah, Newport News, Oyster Point Town Center is a really good place to go to if you want to take a walk around a fountain. The fountain's always pumping some type of water. Right now, great news, as of today, the geese population is very minimal over there. They've been crazy everywhere else I've been. There's been poop everywhere. They've been aggressive everywhere. But over there today, minimal geese sighting, which was fantastic. So I might be going over there more if they maintain a geeseless activity, okay? I don't want to see a single goose when I leave my house. I hate them so much. Very, very little geese interaction over there. I did not see any geese by the fountain. I didn't hear anything. Now, are they in Newport News? Yes, I did see them driving, but not around the fountain. So that's important. No poop, no squawking, no attacking. That was fantastic. So yeah, if you want a scenic view of the fountain, go to Newport News Oyster Point. Don't worry about parking. It's free. There's a garage. You can go catch a movie. You can go get something to eat. You can walk around the fountain. It might be on and popping at night. I don't know. I didn't go during the nighttime. I went during the day. So during the day, it's really peaceful and serene, I would say. Just a couple of people here and there walking around the fountain, not too much noise. You might hear like construction or something being built or something like that. But other than that, really chill, really cool location. And especially when the weather is beautiful, you got to go take a walk. Okay, really good for fresh air and just watching the fountain and just being in your thoughts, posing in the pagoda, posing in front of the Love Newport News sign. It's just a great time. So yeah, that's a bucket list item for those of you who live in Newport News. Make sure you check out the town center, the Oyster Point Town Center area, and take some pictures, take a selfie, take a tripod with you so you can capture the entire Love sign with you and your family. And yeah, just have a good time. So that's all I have for today's episode of Dinnie and Virginnie, the podcast. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, fantastic day here in VA. And remember, just keep having a beautiful day here in VA. Until next time, Dinnie out.